Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for
Merry
episode
Christmas.
6, relatively speaking. Christmas week, the last episode of the 2024 year.
Yes, and cheers.
Let's crack these baddies. Traded in the cold brews for a different type of brew.
Cheers.
Little yellow belly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Tastes like Christmas cheer.
All you guys that are listening to this episode, when you see us drinking this beer, crack one for yourself. Tag relatively speaking on Instagram.
There you go.
Boys, show some love. Drink a cold one while listening to this holiday episode.
For the firefighters.
Then we'll actually be sitting by a campfire, drinking some brewskis. Give us a little shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we hit on Spotify. There's metrics that you get that they send you, and we're at like 17,000, or it's not 17,000, 1,700.
17,000. Let's go.
1,700 views on the Spotify homepage. So
And we have some views from our fans in Russia.
Yeah, Mother Russia.
So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Khabib and his homies are listening to this. Some Dagestani bradas.
I don't know what any of those words mean, but that sounds good.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But it's good. It's interesting how the whole, being found on Instagram and YouTube and
brick by brick, my man.
Yeah,
We're just coming in
one
here.
at a time.
We're just
Figuring it out.
talking, sipping,
Yeah.
hanging, putting out content. Eventually, we might get a view or two. But in reality, all that matters is we're having some fun with it. Hopefully we get our name out there like we said, but we're enjoying the process. So
Heck yeah, dude,
just
it's been fun.
be in the process right now.
Yeah.
Be in it and see where it goes.
Yeah, it's cool since we're obviously creating content, which neither of us have really done like on this scale before. I'm having to search for different things because I don't know how to do a lot of the stuff that we've been doing. So finding like, how do you do this for a podcast? How do you do this? How do you edit this? Because I don't, I have a little bit of a background in this kind of stuff, but I haven't done it in so long. It's all changed, but it's been cool because I've been finding a lot more like music, like a lot of new artists and people that I would never have found otherwise. And I'll tag him in the show notes, but Luke Bowers, he's an artist out of Texas, super sick, up and coming guy. He's got an album out that I just was listening to last night. It's fantastic, but I'll send it to you to listen to, but I'll tag it in the show notes. Keep doing what you're doing, dude. It's
Luke Bowers.
Luke Bowers, yeah.
What kind of music?
He's like, I guess he's technically like a Christian artist, but not. He's got like what's that guy's name that you really like? The Navy SEAL person, the Navy guy. What's his name?
Tim Kennedy?
No, Zach Bryan.
Oh, yeah.
Zach Bryan.
Yeah.
He's like Zach Bryan, but doesn't sound. He has that vibe. It's kind of the vibe he has. But his lyrics are more
wholesome.
No, not even. It's just more. I don't know. He just has like an angstiness and like his like struggle with his faith. Not necessarily is God real, but just the tension of, hey, God, you said these things were going to happen and they didn't. So what the frick? And it's cool. It's good. Anyway, check him out. And
say his name again.
Luke Bowers.
Luke Bowers.
Yeah, Luke Bowers.
Okay, nice.
But just it's cool because it's.
And how did you find him from? Trying to
I was just looking for to change our bumper music that starts the podcast. I was like, I don't really like this. I was trying to get inspired to maybe just like record something of my own, like me playing something on guitar, and then I randomly just stumbled upon this guy's it was like a reel or something on Instagram. I don't know how I even found it, but it was just
sick. We'll send him over. Shout out Luke Bowers. Good man. On you, my guy.
Good stuff. So
Christmas week though.
We're here.
It's the 23rd today. So Christmas Eve tomorrow night, and then Christmas the following day. And pretty exciting, especially when you got kids.
Yeah.
Kiddos are all amped up. Jeremy's kids just came over to my house before we started recording this, and my daughter Sunday and his daughter Apple are very close, and they were jumping up and down, screaming, "Christmas Eve is tomorrow! Christmas Eve is tomorrow!" Yeah. So that was cute. They're all stoked.
Yeah, yeah. They we started wrapping presents last night. Well, Sarah started wrapping presents last night, and I participated. But anyway, the kids were trying to come into the room, and we're just like, "No, don't come in here." And it just reminded me of all of the videos I've seen where people are like, they go and they're like doing something in their room and they don't want anybody to come in. So they're like, "Don't come in here." And they like ruffle people around like they're wrapping presents. I think it's a great way to get quality time.
I saw one where it was like telling our kids we're going in our room to watch a scary movie. And then like 2 minutes later, they come out like all disheveled after just like having sex. And they were like, the dad's like, it was too scary.
Yeah. Dude, there's so many like that. It's good. But on the topic of present wrapping, are you a proficient present wrapper?
Funny you ask. I have never wrapped a present in my life.
Okay. But okay.
So
when you say you've never wrapped a present in your life.
Moving out of my house, I had never done laundry. Mom does all my laundry. Did obviously did
flies up here
laundry
on the weekends to wash your clothes.
And parents would wrap presents and stuff like that, but whatever. And then got married, and my wife has just taken over those duties.
So she wraps her own presents.
No, I have my mom or dad wrap her presents. Every year since we've been married, luckily we've all had Christmas together. It's a Christmas tradition. No, we've all had Christmas together though. Yeah. Like if they weren't coming here right now, I honestly don't know what I do. So I just gave her, so her birthday is on the 19th. I just gave her birthday present the other night. And luckily it was like from this like small, like this girl that makes these dresses that are super cute, very pretty. And it came in like this like pre-wrapped like bag. Like it was like how it should be presented. So I was like, perfect. I don't have to wrap this. Gave it to her. She was stoked. And then every Christmas, I literally take my stuff over to my parents' house and I'm just like, hey, this is Sip's present. I need this thing wrapped. I've never even tried. And she's like always said, like, you need to just like do, like, obviously she does it for the kids and stuff. And she's like, it would just mean a lot if you do it.
When you did,
you're going to get into Trader Joe's bag.
Okay. When you did like crafts and stuff in school, I
don't think they ever taught us that. Maybe.
You didn't make like a macaroni necklace or anything in school?
What the hell does that have to do with wrapping presents?
Well, I'm going somewhere with this line of questioning.
I'm sure we did stuff like that.
Right. But you didn't like making like crafts or paper mache.
The thing is, especially at this point in my life, I just know who I am and what, like, I'm not doing it. So,
but dude, it's wrapping a present.
Yeah, it's too difficult. It's not even too difficult. This is like the other thing. I refuse to do a puzzle. Won't do it.
Well, that is, you literally read my mind because that was my next question.
Won't do a puzzle.
You're not a puzzle person.
You put a puzzle in front of me. I like think about this because I've always wanted to go on Survivor. I would never ever be able to pass any of the like puzzle stuff. There's so many of those things because they don't want a stud like me to just run through the obstacles. They gotta try.
Bro, life is one big puzzle.
And so if you put like the kids have like their kids puzzles, it's like very difficult for me to even like wrap my head around doing one of those, like a 10-piece puzzle.
But why?
My brain just doesn't work that way.
How does your brain work?
Not good. Doesn't work good. That's just not a strong suit of mine.
Yeah. No.
And I'm like, and there's something about the present wrapping. There's also, I feel like I'm just the worst, but like my parents are also like very good at it.
I know your dad.
My dad is like very good and like lines everything up like perfectly in wrapping. Yeah. Like it's not some janky wrapping that I've been used to. So I'm like, he wraps it so good. I'm just going to have him wrap my wife's because I want what's best for her.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I get it.
if it wasn't the case, I would like pay for somebody to like do it.
I totally.
I would like go to a place to have them do it.
Yeah.
But I haven't had to do that.
No.
Because I got mom and dad on speed dial.
Yeah. My dad, I only can remember a few Christmases where he actually got us presents, but
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Tugging at the heartstrings, everybody. But one of the years
this
that
guy,
I remember,
he also slept in a shoebox.
No, it was outside in the rain. It was Costco socks, and it was literally wrapped in newspaper with duct tape.
Damn it, Steve.
Yeah. But so to me, I'm like, I gotta be a good present wrapper.
Yeah.
I gotta
See, that was
it.
important to you.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a dad that was there for me.
He's been there for me too. Yeah.
He wrapped presents and he did a damn good job.
He did a damn good job.
You know, that's probably why I don't do dishes either. My dad's a good dishwasher. I never felt that need to be able to wash. No, dude, that's a joke because now my whole life is washing dishes. And my dishwasher, speaking of this, look at this transition. We're zooming.
We might have to do this more often.
I
got that banquet
have been
fuel.
just doing dishes because my dishwasher is broken. So I've been doing washing dishes by hand even more. And my dishwasher is getting delivered today. They're coming to install it sometime between 12 and 4.
Okay.
Nice little window there.
I despise the delivery window. And I'll tell you why. You didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you why. The delivery window is bullshit because if you are a professional delivery person, you deliver appliances, you must know how long it is going to take you within certain parameters.
Yeah.
It's going to take me 15 minutes to unload this appliance and 35 minutes to install the appliance. Let's add in a 10 or 15 minute buffer, right? Usually these guys have 2 or 3 deliveries in a day, right? A 4-hour window?
Yeah. Pretty insane.
It's crazy. Excuse me.
Well, dude, that also, obviously that one still
best ones
sucks,
are the
but
days.
sometimes they're literally like all day.
Yeah.
The window. Or it's like 8 a.m. to like
8 to 5.
something like 1 or 12.
Right.
It's like, what? Luckily this was
Thankfully,
like during
they started
nap time.
like calling when they're on their way because before they would just show up and then if you weren't there 2
They'd
minutes
leave.
later, they would leave.
Yeah.
But-
Which that's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they'll call. So maybe I'll be getting a call here pretty soon and jet out of here to go see them install my dishwasher.
Yeah, shout out to the brand, bro. What'd you get? What kind of bells and whistles does it have?
Couldn't tell you.
Does it sing to you?
I think it's a
Will it shine your
Maytag.
shoes?
Is it a Maytag maybe? I don't know.
Tag.
Yeah.
Nice.
Whirlpool maybe? I don't know. Something. I'd have to look again. They give you like that option, like ours broke or whatever and it was covered. So we had a few to choose from.
Which
in the same
reminds me
price
of
point.
with our refrigerator that's broken, I don't know, probably 14 times now since we moved into this house. And we have a home warranty, so every time we call and they come out,
Yeah.
pay the deductible. I didn't realize this, and Sarah told me this when you guys had your whole debacle with your dishwasher. She was telling me, yeah, when the guy came for our refrigerator one time, he asked me if I wanted him to just say that it was broken and needed to be replaced. And I was like, what?
And she was just told
And
him,
she's like,
no.
she got offended because she was like, no, can you just fix it? He's like, it's not about fixing it. Do you want a new refrigerator?
Yeah.
He was like trying to,
Help her.
well, I didn't know how it worked and she didn't know how it worked. So it's not her fault,
Yeah.
but I was just like trying to, our fridges, it works. It still makes things cold, which is what it's supposed to do. But
Yeah.
like the drawers are falling out of it and like the shelves on the side where you put condiments, every time you open the door, the ketchup falls out. And
Well, I mean, in fairness, that's
Can you-
because you have 5 kids. You have kids that climb into the refrigerator.
only Apple climbs into the refrigerator. River's tall enough to reach into the refrigerator now.
Penny Penny probably goes and hides in the freezer.
No. See, the thing, Penny doesn't get anything for herself except yogurt, because everything else she says, make me toast. I want toast in your bed. Dude, she has been an absolute savage to put to bed the last like 3 or 4 nights. She goes in waves, because this was happening a little while ago, right?
No, she has been. Remember when you were sending me pictures of her eating full like yogurt and granola at like 11 at night?
Yeah, but so yes. Okay. Yeah. But this is like, she would go to bed and then, but she hasn't woken up to do that. That's not like, normally we'll put her in bed and then a half hour later we think she's asleep and she's in there screaming, I'm hungry. And she knows that gets me, dude. If my kid tells me they're hungry, I'm giving them, like, I don't care. You're getting food.
Okay.
You know, you're getting food. Anyway, so now what she's been doing is like, Sarah will be getting ready to put her to bed. She's like, no, I want dad. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I'll put you to bed. That's awesome. I love that. But then I go in there. The minute I go and start to rock her, she's like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Yeah, damn dude, it's funny how kids just like know now, like every night so we'll like get in our bed, we read one book, do prayers, and then put the kids to bed. And when the second we finish our prayers and I pick up Charlie, he just says, I need water. Mm-hmm. And he just does it every single night. So now I have the water just like right in the hallway where we walk past to get it to give it to him. And it's just sitting there. And I like fill it up and put it there. But it's like, it's clockwork. He just knows the second he's done. I'm like, dude.
Right.
Whether or not you need it, like, do you think that this is like keeping you from going to bed?
Right.
Or
you
like
prolonged your bedtime, your awake time by 30 seconds?
Yeah. He just, I need water. I'm just like, or you just, I'm just like, dude. It's so funny how they just figure these things out and get in their
What's
rhythms.
the problem for us, dude, is all of our kids, your kids, my kids, they're effing geniuses, dude. And it's just like the way that and I don't think it's a malicious way that they manipulate us, but they manipulate us. And Penny, because she's the baby, it's like, all right, well, you know, and rightfully so. Sarah gets mad at me because she'll be in there crying and I can't handle it. So I go in there and try and soothe her and then get frustrated that she won't just go to sleep. So I just put her back in there and then Sarah has to go deal with it. So sorry, babe. I'm doing the best I can. But yeah.
That's pretty funny.
It's crazy.
Do you want to talk about any, as we're rounding out the year, any goals, any plans, anything different about 2025 that you're looking forward to, want to do, trips, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything like that you have in mind?
I'd love to take a trip somewhere, but just like
the way that my bank account works. What's that, Kevin Hart?
Yeah, my checking and my savings. I got to transfer the money from my savings to my checking. It takes 2 days, so I can't pay you, dude. Shout out Kevin Hart. Send me some tequila, bro.
Kevin Hart's got a tequila company?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I don't know what it's called.
Same with everybody.
Yeah.
You get famous, you get an alcohol deal. Terramana, my guy.
Wow.
There's The Rock.
Yeah, that's what his is called?
Yeah.
He's got a pretty good voice, actually. Dwayne Johnson in Moana.
In Moana.
Maui. Moana 2. Yeah, anyway. We're not going to endorse Disney on this podcast, so moving on. 2025. I said this before on another episode that
just looking forward to
I'm just looking forward
kind of a restart, a reset.
Yeah. I've got a couple things planned. Like for the first, I'm gonna do a fast for the first week of January, which I tried to do last year. I tried to do a fast the first week of every year, and last year was the first year that I didn't do it. Just because that was the week that my dad passed, so it kind of just threw all of my plans to derailed everything like the first couple days of the year, and then I just never found like a good time to do it again.
Instead of fasting, you were eating Entenmann's at midnight?
No, it's these little bitties right here. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then probably take that. Most people are going into January with a plan, but I'm going into January like the Fury tank at the end of Fury with both of its tracks off and just
and hoping to have a plan at the end of the fast.
At the
You're
end
gonna
of
do a 7-day.
do 7 days, and then at the end of that I will have some structure and an idea of my goals are for people's and just figuring out what kind of structure I want to bring to my day to day. Family trip would be great. Sarah and I were talking this weekend about trying to do something with the kids, and even just maybe like a day or an overnight up into Oregon or something, just to get them out of Redding. But I don't know. What about you guys?
Yeah, we do. We have a nice goal plan for a trip for this summer. That's our goal as of right now. We'll see if it all plays out, but with just having young kids and stuff, we haven't done, like, the kids have never been on a plane. Sip and I, we got married in 2018, and then we got pregnant end October of 2019. So we had our thoughts. We were going to do a trip together, like a kind of a big trip in 2020. It was kind of, we started to think about it summer of 19, like, okay, in 2020, this is what we're going to do. We wanted to, like, go somewhere, New York, something like that. And then we got pregnant, and then COVID. So haven't gotten that, we've done weekend trips and stuff like that, but we haven't done like a big one, especially now with a family one. So yeah, we have there's a brand that we both really like called Rudy Jude, a clothing brand, and she's based out of Maine, and really interesting, cool chick that's like as like talented as they come. Like, she's insanely talented. And she's got a show. I think it's on Apple TV. They did a series called Home, and it's like episodes of different people all across the world and their houses and stuff. And
we watched that with you guys when you came up during COVID. At the end of COVID. Her
husband's like insanely talented too, and he built them this house in Maine. And then they're in the process right now of building another one. Anyways, they do like a summer kind of like market deal. It's usually in August with a bunch of other companies, and it's just like this really cool setup in Maine. And that time of year just looks like gorgeous. So we've talked about wanting to go out there to that and do like that summer market with all the kids, and then from there, not sure about the timing, but like do that. Do New York, and then either rent a car, fly, do something to go down to see our family in Tennessee.
That'd be so fun.
And then come back from Tennessee. So probably like a 10-day with the kids and everything, and have it be.
All your kids are the perfect age for that.
Well, that, because of next summer, that would be like great. It would be like 5, 3, and then like 1.5.
Yeah.
So we'd be at like really good ages for it.
So you just need to make sure that you don't get your wife pregnant.
Yeah, that is a dilemma. Yeah, we gotta make sure that doesn't happen. Which,
you know how that works, right?
We're hoping maybe around that time frame that we do.
Like in Maine.
Yeah, maybe in Maine, maybe in an Airbnb.
Ooh,
nice. No, but yeah, maybe end of next year, probably. Try again. After next fall, I would say is nice timing if we got pregnant then.
Because fall means then the baby's born in spring-ish, right?
Yeah, end of spring. Like I think around like Sunday was born in June, so I think that would be about the same time.
I've never been pregnant, but I've heard being pregnant in Redding in the summer is miserable. So maybe keep that in mind.
Yeah, in the 115-degree heat.
Isn't it wild that this has been our life with the rain and the cold? and
it's just a crazy transition to go to actually having
weather
it not be sunny and 75.
Although, dude, last year we were. I mean,
I think it's different though, dude.
Yeah,
you were saying that before. It's not nearly as cold. Like
it hasn't. This is not as cold as it was last year. Like
it rained in Costa Mesa last year a lot, like in February, but it's still like 60 degrees out. Like when it's raining in the morning and it's like 40, you know, that's a whole different ball game. Like that is tough. Yeah. I'm cold all day long.
Yeah,
but
it's good for you. It's good for your immune system.
And then you go from that to just extreme heat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what? It says it's supposed to rain for like the next like 7 days or something like that.
It's not supposed to rain.
No, dude. I looked at the weather yesterday.
Well, last time I looked at it, it said it wasn't supposed to rain on Christmas. It was going to rain Christmas Eve, but not on Christmas.
Okay.
But I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Then maybe back to it.
Yeah. What about you? Do you have any goals have you had a second to think about next year?
Nah, I've done the whole, like I've actually done like read X amount of books, make X amount of money, do this, like had like checklist type stuff that I've done in the past.
Make money is on my list for 2025.
Yeah. I've had checklist type stuff like that, like, or like certain amount of listings or whatever the case may be. I haven't gotten around to that now. Don't know that I will, but yeah, it's always just, I think with the new year, like you're saying, there's, you know, you can take it one of two ways. And sometimes people are like just too over the top about it or whatever, but there is something to like, it is kind of a restart. And especially in our industry, like we were talking about, like where it kind of does slow down, you do see it pick back up.
Yeah.
So you get kind of like that time to reflect a little bit and then time to go.
Totally.
Now it's time to like start to push. So yeah, I would say mainly my major goal in 2025 is, and work wise, is to just start to establish myself here.
Yeah.
You know, like I obviously haven't done anything here in the city yet. And that's what I need to start to do. I need to start to sell houses here. I need to start to meet people here. So yeah, just becoming more known within the city, continue to mail, continue to meet people.
Yeah.
And just like we've said from the beginning, be a resource to people here.
For sure. Yeah. Well, I think, you know, as we kind of wrap this up, I think the biggest thing for me is continue to do what we're doing. You know, as uncomfortable as it felt like the first few, I feel like the more we just force ourselves to do things that are, and it's so cliche to even say it. I can't even believe I'm saying it, but it's just like forcing ourselves to do things that don't necessarily have an immediate benefit.
Yeah.
Right. You go for a 16-mile run, you feel instantly like you get all the dopamine hits and you're feeling good, but you do something like this and 10 people watch it. And like, well, what the hell did I do that for?
Yeah.
But it's just compounding, you know? I think if I had to say one thing that I wanted to really focus on next year, it would be recognizing that every micro thing that I do is going to compound into some sort of, like every action, small or whatever, it'll compound into something bigger, and not feel like everything has to have an immediate, oh, that's what that was for.
For sure.
So,
yeah, it's just being patient, and that is something that I've learned in the real estate industry.
Yeah.
It is good to know like that all the things that you're doing now you're not going to necessarily see the fruits of your labor immediately. Like you're planting seeds, you might have to talk to somebody 20 times before something happens. Like,
totally.
And so it's the same thing with this and with anything, dude, with raising kids, with your marriage. It's just like you're putting in work every single day.
Yeah.
To then reap the benefit in the long run. You know, you're doing the little things that count, like not wrapping Christmas presents. to then,
Oh my
you
God.
know, but I bought the things.
You
So
did buy them.
I bought the things,
did.
and I usually, you know, I'll maybe write a little note or something. Just the wrapping, the actual the I wanted to say the art, because it kind of is an art.
It
The
is an
art
art
of
for sure.
wrapping is it's just not a strong suit of mine.
Yeah.
You know, and
You
know,
can't
some
be
people,
you can't be handsome and crafty, because then you'd have to get murdered. So
Yeah.
if you start wrapping presents, I'm gonna kill you. So
Yeah.
on that note,
yeah.
Merry Christmas. Have a banquet.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Check us out. We'll still be coming out on Friday this week.
Yep.
Wherever you get your podcasts. And like I said, when you see us with a beer, crack one open yourself and tag us on Instagram. And yeah, we'll be back for next week for
2025
episode in 2025.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Shout out.
Bye, everybody.